Hello everyone, welcome to the new tutorial of ABAQUS. In this tutorial, we will be learning about how can we model cap plasticity or cap plastic soil using a boundary condition where we can drain the pore water pressure very similar to a prefabricated vertical drain. So in this tutorial, we will basically learn the easiest part, and later on we can use the prefabricated vertical drain as an actual model part. So let us start modeling. So here we will have a cylindrical soil section. I'm just going to call it cylindrical as sill soil, which will be 3D deformable solid, and the approximate size will be about 1 meter. So let's go ahead and click on continue. So we'll try to create a cylindrical section. In this cylindrical section, our radius of this section will be 0.4. That means diameter is 0.8. So not let's make it 0.3. So the radius is 0.3, that means diameter is 0.6, that is 60 centimeter. So that will go with this, and we need to create a slit in the middle which will represent prefabricated vertical drain. So for the slit to the dimension of slit, let us create a slit which has a thickness 0.00 I guess 4 meter, 0.004, that is 4 mm, because generally prefabricated vertical drains are less than 1 centimeter thick, and the length of the strip, let us make it 0.1. So about 10 centimeter, I guess so, 10 centimeter, sorry, 0.1, yeah, 10 centimeter thick strip will be used as a prefabricated vertical drain. So we will not be actually modeling a prefabricated vertical drain, but what we will be doing here is that we will be creating area where we can drain out our pore water pressure. So we have to mark the center of this slit so that we can situate it in the center of our sphere or circle. So this is the marked one, and now let us move this whole thing to the center of circle, that is 0, 0. So this, so we have moved it. Now you can see that we have moved it. Now we will remove these diagonals because we do not need them to mark the center. So this is the drawing. You can see the radius of soil section is 0.3 meter, and the prefabricated vertical drain has the length of 0.1 and the thickness is 0.004. Now let's click on done, and have a depth of 1 meter. So have a depth of 1 meter, that will be good enough. Now you can see that we have created a section with a depth of 1 meter. Now we'll create a material. So this is the main part of this tutorial. So we'll create a material which we'll call a soil, we'll call it soil cap, because we'll be using cap plasticity model. We'll go with general density, elastic, and cap plasticity model with some porosity or permeability, all this. So let's start with density. We have the properties defined here. Density is 750. So let us use this 1750 density. Elastic Young's modulus is 600 kPa, that is 6 e to the power 6, oh sorry, not 9, 6, and Poisson's ratio is 0.45. Now we have applied this cap. Now we have to apply the cap plasticity. Material cohesion, as you can see, the cohesion is 20 kPa. So 20, sorry, 21, 2, 3, 20 kPa. It is done here. 20,000 Pascal. Angle of friction is 18.6. Cap eccentricity is 2.45, and you can see that permeability and porosity, they all needs to be initial yield surface position in Pascal is 0.056. All these material properties can be taken from Sam Kulave book, or you can have your own property. Transition radius is 0.01 and flow stress ratio is 1. So generally flow stress ratio is between 0.778 or 1. So we have taken here 1. Now we will define cap hardening. For cap hardening, we need to plot the yield stress versus volumetric plastic strain, which we have taken from the Sam Halwani book. So we will just copy this data and paste it in here and paste it here. So you can see this data with the volumetric plastic strain and yield stress in the Pascal form and plastic strain in the general dimensionless form. And we'll go with the permeability. The wetting fluid density is 9810, not density, the unit weight is 9810. The initial permeability is this, which we have marked here. I have accidentally changed the dimension, however, so let me just copy this, because permeability, horizontal permeability is given in meter per year. We have converted it into meter per second. So just copy this value and paste it here. And the void ratio, I guess I have defined it or not. Here void ratio is 0.9. So let us go with the 0.9 void ratio. Yeah, now we are done. Now let's just click on OK and go ahead. We have defined the property of the material. Let's go to the assembly, create a part. Let's just go to the full screen. Let's go to the part and define the material property. Done. Create a section, that is soil section, soil cap. Click on OK. OK. Yeah. Now we can go to the assembly and see at our things are part property and assembly modules are covered. Now go to step module. We'll create a geostatic step first. Okay. Just for the equilibrium to be achieved, we'll call it GS. That is the basic geostatic step. We'll go with nonlinear geometry on, incrementations, everything is fixed. Just click on OK. Next thing what we'll do is we'll create a soils step. We'll click on continue. Time period, let's go with the time period by seeing here the time loading is 10 days. So let's go with 10 days. How much is 10 days in second is this. So let us just copy this and paste it here. Yeah, the incrementations, let us just increase some incrementation. Initial increments will start with 1 second, minimum increment will start with 1 second, and the maximum will increase with a day. Okay, so that is here. Or what we can do is we can go with a 1 hour incrementation, that is a 3600, or you can go with 10 hours. So let us just call it 36000. We have to define a maximum pore water pressure change because it is a clay material. So we'll go with 10 to the power 6 and we can adjust it accordingly. So everything else is fine, but we have to use unsymmetric matrix solution, and yeah, because generally in these cases we use that, and we have to use our load variation instantaneous, go to instantaneous. So initially we can go with the linearly step over time, and you can adjust your pore water pressure change accordingly. So we'll go with the linearly increase the deformation or loading over time. So this is our second step. Let me rename the step to soil, or just consolidation I should have. Now dismiss this. We have done the step module. What we can do is we can create the every x unit of time 86400, that is every 1 day we want the output to be deployed in the output file. Now let's go to step interaction. There is no interaction required because it is a single part. Now let's go to the load part. In load part we'll create a load at the top surface, that is the pressure. In initial, not initial, but in soil step we'll create a pressure. We'll click on continue, we'll click on this surface, we'll click on done. So the pressure value is 10 kPa. So we'll go with 10 kPa, click on OK. Now we have created the pressure. I think yeah, there is nothing required, I guess. Pore water pressure thing, yeah, surface pore fluid concentrated, yeah. So everything in load module is done. Now we'll go to boundary condition manager. Load manager, everything is done. So we'll define a fixed boundary first, because we want to fix the bottom of this soil sample. Let's go under this and select this one and click on done. So we want to encaster the bottommost part, and we want to apply the roller boundary to the sides, we'll click on continue, click on OK, and we'll select this side, click on done. And to apply roller boundary, we want the deformation to happen in Z direction. So we want our X and Y deformations to be 0. So to keep X and Y, U1, U2, Z axis symmetric condition will be applicable in this case, because that is also available in ABAQUS standard only, and we are doing a standard ABAQUS analysis, not the explicit one, so it will go with us. Now we have to define a pore water pressure condition. So go to others, in initial condition go to others, select pore pressure, click on continue. So for this you need to be really careful, because in the internal surfaces of this PVD we are assuming free flow of pore water pressure, so just select them, and by clicking on shift select all the surfaces of internal PVD. This one selected, and you can also select the topmost surface for the pore water outage. So let me just select the topmost surface, this one, for pore water pressure to be 0. So as I have selected all these surfaces, you can see that the pore water pressure is the top surface, and the surfaces which are surrounding the slit, or which are free surfaces having a pore water 0, that means the pore water will discharge through these boundaries. Now we have to go and define the predefined field manager and define the initial void ratio. So we'll go for the void ratio. For the sets, we already have soil cylinder 1 set, highlight that to have a correctly suggested set. See the correctly, the void ratio will be 0.9. Just click on OK. One more thing which you can do is you can just go to mechanical and have your geostatic stress defined for the whole model. However, because you are just using soil step, you can use it, but I will just go with, because in coupled analysis like soils step, we use Bayes equation, so we don't have the mass of the soil to considered with us, so we can go with the geostatic stress condition. So let me just go with this as well. Will apply to the only set available for this, the soil cylinder set. So you can see that the bottommost part has a Z coordinate of 0, and topmost part might have a Z coordinate of 1. So you can see that the stress magnitude 1, that is at the topmost coordinate, because in ABAQUS compressive stresses which will be applicable here will be taken as negative. So the height will be 1 meter, and the stress will come as if we take active pressure coefficient as 1, that is here 1. So we have to apply just the vertical stress here. So vertical stress will be 1750, that is the unit weight, into the height. So that is 1. So kilonewton per meter square stress magnitude will be 1 at the vertical coordinate of 1, and stress magnitude it's vertical coordinate of 0, and stress magnitude will be 0 at vertical coordinate of 1. So it will manage itself accordingly, and lateral coefficient 1 basically means in the direction of x how much lateral force will be working. So you can see that stress magnitude, which is the vertical stress, will be multiplied by gamma into height. So height is 1 meter, okay, the dimension, and the gamma is 1750. So there is no change, so we'll have directly this value 1750 at the vertical coordinate of 0, that is this origin, it is the bottommost point, okay, because if but we have to put this value as negative, because we are assuming the compressive force, okay. So this is the predefined field condition now. So we have done almost everything. Now we'll go to mesh and we'll create a mesh. We'll go and go to mesh element type and have a pore fluid coupled mesh. Yeah, this will do fine. You can use reduced integration, but I'm just going to go with the default mesh. Dismiss this and assign the mesh element types. You can also have a better mesh with this, but I'm just going to go with this. So we are almost done. Now we'll just create a job and we'll call it test. Click on continue, and parallelization I will use multiple processor because I want my job to finish fast, and this one is fine. However, you can do a 8 GB limit to your job if you have like 16 GB RAM, but I have 16 GB RAM. If you have less or more, you can manage it accordingly. Yeah, so click on OK. We'll go with the data check first. So we have submitted this for the data check. Let us see what happens now. So you can see that the data check is completed successfully. That means there is no error in the problem. So we'll finally run this job for the final execution. So just click on OK, and we have run this job, and let's see what happens. So you can see now that our job after submission it is completed. So we'll just go to the monitor screen and see that our monitor screen has shown us almost a very less amount of error, because we have actually taken the maximum pore water pressure limit very high, 10 to the power 6, 1 to the 10 to the power 5. So like 1 to the power 6 basically. So 6 digit, 5 zeros behind one, about 1 lakh Pascal. So that is very high pore water pressure change in an increment. So you can see that that should have to be completed successfully. So we'll go to the results and see that this pressure, pore pressure, how everything is changing, and these deformations, how they are coming. So you can go with the magnitude, or you can just go with the U3, which is the corrective response. And the maximum deformation, as you can see, is 4 10 to the power minus 4, that is 0.4 or 0.5 mm. That looks very fine, and it seems fine. If you are loading more than 10 days, then you might see slight higher deformation. One more thing which you can do is you can instantly load by going to a step. You can just use the instantaneous loading. There are several things which you can play with. So I'm not going to do that here. So thank you for watching this tutorial, and if there are any queries, you can just contact me. Bye.